we're going. Oh, shit. What is going on? It is episode 104 of the Alfromdtown&Chili442 Show.
Greetings.
Our last show of the year. Big shout out to Flagman for the beat. I like that beat. I could have played that through the whole show. Anyway, we are here. I am going to be at a comedy show on New Year's Eve, so
Cool.
I won't be here for the show. So we thought we'd jump on, give you, we took Christmas off. Evan, did you guys have a meal or anything? Did you get you some KFC?
No, that's in Japan.
Oh.
Oh, man. No, I don't even think Devin got his KFC over in Japan. He went to lunch with he met someone. He had to go somewhere for school, and then he was going to go to this monastery. Anyway, he runs across this guy. He starts talking to him, who turns out he's like, "I'm speaking English to you." He says it for some reason, and he spoke English. He was a surgeon. He took him in and jumped the fence of this monastery, went in the back way and introduced him to everybody. And Tevin's like, I don't know what's going on with this guy. Can you imagine being in another country? And some guy's like, oh, yeah, here, we'll just take the back way. And,
Yeah,
anyway,
that's how that's how you end up in Turkish prison, having your girlfriend come and put her boobs on the window like Midnight Express.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Oh, Billy.
So, no, we did nothing. I just last week, after that show last week, I had a flare up last week. I spent pretty much Monday through Friday in bed. I didn't get out of bed much last week.
Damn, bro.
But my family was going to have a big family dinner, but my cousin had a little heart problem, so they had to cancel that. So nobody in my family really got together. And so no, Vicky and I think we made tacos.
Tacos?
Yeah,
hey, man, I couldn't think of a better Christmas. Y'all motherfuckers couldn't invite me? You know how I feel about tacos, Evan.
I know how everybody feels about tacos.
Man, but I got a special bond with tacos.
That's true. But anyway, yeah, I don't know what, I slept like 2 or 3 that day, got up and sat around, and I got up, made breakfast, and then later on made tacos, and that was pretty much the day,
Uh-huh.
So, yeah, Merry Christmas. Yeah, I don't know.
Well, it sucks you flared up, though.
Right. Yeah, I mean, in the last 2 years, I pretty much haven't been to any family dinners, really haven't been to any, really. So it was nothing new. But this year we kind of just took Christmas off just completely, like I've said on here. and that was really, well, I guess I didn't miss it. I feel bad, but it's different. Just to not decorate, to not just even really think about Christmas. I don't know.
Man, I tell you what, I think after the first of the year, I'll come up one weekend, we'll do a live show. Maybe like on a
Oh,
Saturday night or something, have a couple drinks, and
okay.
we'll find somebody's old Christmas tree laying out by the curb, and we'll bring it in and decorate that motherfucker with wrenches and shit.
There you go.
I'm on to something, man. I'm telling you. But
Yeah.
well, we hope you, whatever you did, you had a fabulous Christmas or whatever holiday you celebrate, and we got a new year coming up,
Hmm.
2024. So I don't know. I mean, is there anything you kind of? I know the first thing Evan on his list is for this shit to quit happening and no more flare ups. So if that
Yeah.
so if that happens, is there anything you like want to do in 2024?
I'm just. It's not like I really want to go anywhere. I do want to just take a road trip and get out because I haven't in a long time.
Yeah.
Last time was like 2 years ago. We went to Montana, and that was I mean, more of a road trip than I want to take. But I've I've got so much stuff around here. I've got like cars and just things that need so much and house stuff that I've just put off for the last 2 years because like I don't feel like it. I don't feel like it. I
Right.
can't crawl around underneath stuff. I just have so much I want to do and I can't. But
Yeah.
if I could get my hands back and get a little more ability in my body, yeah, I want to work on shit. That's just all I want to do.
S-
That's me.
See, I was gonna make a joke, and I restrained myself, and I'm kind of proud of that.
I'm proud
I
of you, and I never know you to restrain yourself.
I know. Because I mean, it's not real mean. Well, I'll go ahead and say it. I was going to ask, hey, does that affect, like, you taking care of business, like in the shower or anything? Because, I mean, that might be the first thing you do when you clear up is beat yourself up like you owe yourself money.
And we get taken care of now and then. It's
Oh,
it's
okay.
it's not as bad as it could be. Yeah,
Well, that's
yeah.
cool. Yeah. Man, could you imagine that? If, like,
That would be miserable.
if you lost, like, both of your arms at the shoulders and your balls itched or something.
I just rather if lose
Yeah,
both arms, like
yeah,
the rest of your life is going to be such a
yeah.
struggle. Just I feel weak at that point, but just put me down.
Yeah, I'm hopping headfirst into a wood chopper.
I'm just
Straight
thinking
up,
how you
yeah.
the rest of your life, how you going to get your pants up and down and wipe your ass?
Yeah.
I don't want that to be the focus for the rest of my life. That's
Oh,
not living. I
yeah,
hate to sound, that's gross, but I hate to sound that way, but it's sorry. That's the way I feel.
yeah. No,
Um,
there
I
ain't
hate
nothing
to
wrong.
live
I
through
don't
that.
want nobody wiping my ass. If I ain't got arms, yeah, can't itch my balls. And then
Yeah.
not only that, somebody's gonna be doing that for you. How embarrassing.
Hmm. No, but no. Back to what you were asking me, and there's a person on this. There's a Facebook page for people going through TSW, and a guy asked about what he has, and was clinically called red skin or red scrotum syndrome, like where he had something like a jock itch or something, and the doctor gave him a steroid cream, which is the last thing you want, on sensitive skin there, you know what I mean? And they're telling him he's going to be on steroids for life, and everybody's like, no, you're just going to be miserable for the next couple of years till your body gets through this. But that is a bad area to really be targeted,
Oh, so it's on his balls.
just exclusively for him apparently, or mostly.
Oh.
He just he had what red it just you're basically yeah, it's red and sore, like and I can't imagine how miserable everything must be all day long,
Um, I tell you
where you're
what.
constantly irritated and want to itch yourself.
Um, if um, if I was on the jury that he sued that doctor, I
Mm.
would I would give that guy $999 quadrillion dollars.
You'd be like, "What,
I
Judge? The doctor did what to his nuts? Give him all the money." What do
yeah.
you mean? How much? All of it.
I want a statue of that guy's nuts in every office.
They'll
Ne-
probably call him Rudolph.
never forget.
Our brother Rudolph, and the giant lawsuit on his nuts.
Yeah. See, they would ask me too, would you be biased if you were on a jury where a guy got his nuts hurt? And I've been,
yeah, I got balls, Your
yeah,
Honor. Yes,
yeah, I'm going to be biased,
absolutely, 100%.
you know? I mean, unless, you can prove to me he like choked a girl or something with his balls. Then it'd be like involuntary manslaughter I'd get him for, because I understand.
Do you understand? Okay.
I get it. This show might actually be pulled from YouTube, folks. So enjoy it if you're watching it live.
Oh, we're gonna get banned.
Yeah. Evan, we
It was good while it lasted.
yeah, the hell. 12 surprising. We got a couple lists tonight. I even pulled one for you. I got a surprise for you. 12
Oh, shit.
surprising carry-on items that you're not allowed to take through airport security. Besides the, obvious. You can't take a knife, or I think you can take a pocket knife. You used to be able to.
Dude, we went to Greece years ago. My dad had one of those plastic corkscrews where the whole handle's plastic, and then the little corkscrew thing folds into
Oh
the
yeah,
handle. You
yeah.
know what I mean?
And that
It's like this
part's
big-
metal.
Just the corkscrew.
Yeah.
And no, they pulled that. They
Oh,
pulled
okay.
the whole bag out and everything. We're like, you got to be kidding. We're just laughing.
Well-
Like, what are we going to hold up a whole fucking jumbo jet with a freaking plastic corkscrew?
Yeah. And don't listen to the Alfromdtown&Chili442 show if you're packing luggage. Because I'm sitting there telling them, no, I think you can take a pocket knife.
I think nowadays they let you take lighters, but I don't know about pocket knives. But
Yeah.
lighters, they allow lighters now.
Yeah. Number 1, snow globes.
Yeah.
They often contain more than a permitted amount of liquid for carrying on a plane. So if you buy snow globes, you're probably going to have to mail them home.
Never thought about that one. I could see that.
Toys like the Magic 8 Ball.
Liquid.
Yep, liquid in a toy, Evan.
It's hard to inspect. I don't.
Christmas
People put,
crackers
like,
are not
Christmas
allowed.
crackers.
Yeah, and it shows this guy giving this chick like a fancy thing of Ritz crackers with a bow on it.
What's wrong with crackers?
I don't know. I like crackers, cracker.
Yeah.
You can bring snacks on a plane, but a large quantity of soup is prohibited in carry-on luggage. Who in the fuck's cooking a pot of soup and saying, hey,
Can I warm this up at the stewardess station? Put
Hey-
this on the stove a little bit, warm it up.
I know we got to catch a flight, but you know what would hit the spot? A big old pan of ham and beans. Oh
Soup,
my God.
I wouldn't even think of that, but yeah, it makes sense.
If you plan on cooking at your destination, cast iron cookware should not be packed in on your checked luggage. Who in the fuck is carrying a Dutch oven through customs?
Skillet, traveling with a skillet. Are you going camping when you get there? I don't know. Cast iron, yeah, that's a lot of weight. I'm sure airplanes don't like anything that adds a lot of weight.
It says could cause serious injuries and damage if used as a weapon.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Been done before, I'm sure.
Oh, I've dropped my cast iron skillet on my toe. And I mean, I thought I was dead. I thought it was done. I thought the good Lord was calling me home that morning. I laid there and I cried. I thought about you. I
Oh,
was like,
Andrew sucks.
what's Evan gonna do without his best friend? And how's he not gonna laugh when he tells everybody I died from dropping a cast iron skillet on my toe?
No doubt. That's a rough way to go.
You're not
Uh,
allowed to pack alcoholic beverages with more than 70% alcohol in your carry-on or checked luggage.
hmm.
Oh, just so anything over 140 proof, which you probably ain't getting on a plane if you're drinking 140 proof shit.
Yeah, what's over 140 except like what Mad Dog, that 150? What a
Uh,
that's one Bacardi 151 or something.
some
Jeez.
oh here we got a few some high percentage alcohols that would be affected by this ban include Habsburg. What is that? Absinthe,
Yeah.
XC, Sunset Very Strong Rum, Devil
Ever,
Spring Vodka,
Everclear.
160, Golden Grain, which is 190. Who in the fuck is drinking that shit?
That's basically Everclear 190.
Yeah,
It's 95% alcohol. Yeah,
yeah,
190.
yeah. You're absolutely right, Evan, which contains a whopping 95% alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
So, you big boozers, they might not be lethal, but foam toy swords can't come with you.
Yeah, I could see that.
So, if you want them pirate snapshots on the beach, you're going to have to buy your foam sword in Florida.
Or leave it there if you buy it.
Yeah, you can't take it home unless you mail it. Remember, most of
Mm-hmm.
this stuff you can mail back home to you. Uh, Squirt guns, Nerf guns, and other items that resemble realistic firearms or weapons are prohibited. So,
Yeah, I see that.
nail scissors are not allowed, but regular scissors need to be checked in a bag.
Yeah, anything small, pointy, sharp.
This could come as a surprise to some of you, but you cannot travel with fertilizer. Evan, cancel that trip you got planned to the Bahamas. If you can't take a bag of fertilizer with you, why even go?
Yeah, no doubt. I guess what a nitrogen or whatever there, you making explosives. Isn't
And,
that what Timothy McVeigh blew up
oh,
the,
yeah, yeah,
the Oklahoma with a whole truckload of
yeah.
fertilizer?
Gel filled heating pads are not allowed since the gel in the heating pads is
A liquid.
liquid. So there you go.
Is it still like 3 ounces? Is that like you're limited to
Uh,
bottles, like shampoo bottles? Everything's got to be like 3 ounce or smaller, like toothpaste, 3 ounce tubes.
I think something like that.
I haven't flown in some years.
Okay, and I wanted to go through this list real quick because I want to see how many of these things I am doing. Because look, anybody that knows me, I'm kind of a wreck. I'm kind of a hot mess. I'm not gonna lie. I got it together. I mean, I hold down work and I pay bills and everything, but yeah, I'm kind of ate up. So and I know I at least got to be doing a couple of these, but this is 11 things to stop doing after the age of 50. Poor sleep quality. See, number one off the get go. So what? I like to stay up a little late and I get up early. Although, with my new gig, I don't get up as early.
Hmm.
So,
Yeah, I learned somewhere around that the last 10 years. It's like if I want to be productive and get things done during the day, I need to get sleep at night.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
I've just I got to. Otherwise, I mean, I can get by if I don't need to use my brain for anything. I can get by on 5, 6 hours sleep a night. But if I really need to like apply myself and I'm like working, doing something, I need that rest. Yeah, I could see it.
Oh my God. Yeah, I'm getting nailed on all these. Number two, skip routine tests. Do not skip any routine appointments from your
Mm,
50s and on, such as doctor's checkups, dental, and vision. God damn it.
yeah,
I,
yeah.
I,
I
I
need.
can't even tell you really the last time I went to a doctor. Probably to get my shoulder surgery.
Yeah.
Avoid the gym. Yes,
Hmm.
I do that. Oh, it's saying that's bad. Shit.
I,
I,
I've always avoided gyms.
yeah.
Yeah. For the last 35 years, probably.
Put your mental health aside. I did for many years, and I actually think I got a good grasp on my mental health. I'm not saying it's controlled by any means, but I've kind of learned to deal with a lot of things.
You learn not to suppress it.
Yeah, I sure
Yeah. You
don't.
can't. You can only bury something for so long. It's gonna come back up.
Yeah.
You know. Deal with it. That
Number
sucks.
five is Jello shots. Save yourself the embarrassment of trying to fit in with the younger generation. Jello shots may be hard to tell indicator of whether you are getting too drunk. So it may be better to stick to traditional drinks.
Okay.
Man, they're kind of mean on that. This must be somebody that went to a party and their grandpa did all the Jello shots.
It's probably some person that's in their 20s or some college thing, and they went to a party and there was people in their 50s doing Jello shots, and they thought these people look silly.
Many people believe that they either know how to live a healthy lifestyle or think they already live a healthy lifestyle and effort to get or stay healthy. Many people mistakenly cut out lots of foods that may be essential to the human body, especially at an older age. Some of these
Hmm.
foods include eggs, red meat, and high fat dairy. And this is over restricting your diet. And I
Hmm.
do. I think a lot of people do that.
Well, man, it's a tough thing when you have these weirdo advertising campaigns and things. And we've grown up where eggs were good, and then eggs were bad, and then eggs were good again, and then eggs. You know what I mean? How that stuff goes through cycles. No, you shouldn't eat this. No, these fats are actually good. Man, people don't know what to eat anymore. People are so confused. Stick to the basics. Natural whole foods as much as you can, and I don't know. Pray for the best.
Yeah.
Stay
Man,
away from tons of sugar.
and I also read a thing, man, about detoxing. How that whole detoxing, there's like scientists are coming out now and saying, "Look, man, your body does that. You
Yeah.
you keep your body on like a normal pH level where you're not getting too much like fats and shit like that, or too much caffeine, too much sugar. If you keep it somewhat normal, your body detoxes every day.
Yeah, that's what your organs are doing. They're
Yeah,
constantly, moving impurities and keep passing them out, and not just through your, you know, s- I don't want to use terms, man, but also just breathing. You release toxins. You go exercise in and out. You wouldn't think you release toxins to your lungs, but everything sweating, everything you're releasing.
yeah,
Yeah, and your body will do it naturally. If you've got some weird heavy metal toxins or something, yeah, you might want to do something. But yeah,
yeah.
I don't know
Right.
about
If you
all these anti-tox stuff. You're asking for trouble a lot of times. All these TikTok, things. Oh, put this. Oh, put this.
yeah, don't.
Sometimes a little is good for your body, but people keep things up and they can really throw their body way out of whack, and then they
Yeah,
don't know what's going on.
then you're fucked.
Yeah, so you see these things on TikTok, like, oh, these, put borax or do this, and Yes, there's some things that you need some boron or something in your diet, but don't be jumping that you need to throw a spoonful of this in a glass of water every day. The people
Right.
get crazy with some stuff, and like I said, you can really throw your body out of whack over time.
Yeah, yeah. The next one on the list is not wearing earplugs. Your ears hold tiny hair fibers that assist with hearing, and those hairs can be permanently damaged by hearing loud noises over time. Wearing
Yes.
earplugs around loud noises and events will lower the risk of hearing loss, especially with the elderly. I am not liking this fucking list at
Oh, you know me, I've always been crazy about my earplugs, but man, I think a big thing these days, just some of the earbuds, we grew up with some of our Walkmans, blasting those in our ears, but that I try to avoid that near field headphone kind of stuff. I listen to loud music, but I'll jam my stereo. You know what I mean? I'm
right,
not
right.
because I really am into audio, and I used to be into car audio, and I was really into it for like heavy, and I jammed really hard in my car for some years, and then I worked in a loud factory for like 5 years, and
Yeah.
I've noticed my loss, and I'm like, nope, I can't lose anymore, but my hearing is just too much to me.
I don't know, man. You know what? The way I'm feeling about people in general anymore, I ain't gonna be. What do I need to listen to? I like my music, but I can turn that shit up. I got an Alpine.
I gotta have my loud tunes sometimes, but and I love going to drag strip and hear loud fucking drag
Yeah.
cars, just V8s just screaming. I love that sound,
Oh,
that mechanical mayhem.
yeah.
Love it, but it's not good.
The next one on the list of things you should stop doing in your 50s, not living in the moment. While it may be sad to hear, time is ticking. Worrying about something in the future is an enormous waste of time. Live in the moment and appreciate what you have while you have it.
I
Dude,
think my dad has a line like, "Worrying is like sitting in a rocking chair. It gives you something to do, but you're getting nothing. It doesn't get you anything done." And
yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Number I don't really do this, so I'm okay with this. Wearing designer clothing.
waste of money.
Yeah. Uh, But I do have a thing. My thing, it's kind of expensive too. I was getting ready to say it's not like spending over $100 for shoes, but yeah, I do like designer cologne. My cologne collection is off the chain.
I don't have I don't.
See,
Wow,
I do.
interesting.
That's my. I know. I like smell good, man.
Mm,
Number 10,
all right.
caring what other people think.
That's something you lose as you get older too,
Man, you
especially,
do. Yeah, I don't.
I used to be, man, I couldn't leave the house unless washed, hair perfect, clothes, whatever. I wasn't one of those that would go with any to, Walgreens in my pajamas, all that shit. But man, once you've been sick and you've been through hell and everything, and you just
Sweatpants it is.
it's like you just don't even care anymore, like yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
You just like, I don't care. It doesn't matter. I just got to get through the day. I don't care what I look like anymore. It's sad. I'm
yeah,
not trying to get laid anymore. I'm just trying to get through the day.
right. That's a great way to put it.
No, seriously, my neighbor, she's like 80 years old. She put on Facebook, she was ripping about this guy. This guy was at the grocery store and he was wearing looked like a house coat and slippers and this and that. And what is with people leaving the house and like that? And I thought to myself, the dude's got TSW. Leave him alone.
You know what though,
That's
and
what I
look,
would look like.
I, I'm split on this, Evan. I'm kind of split because if you're running to grab an item, if you're sick, you don't want to put on a pair of jeans and a shirt. Fine,
Hmm.
but if you're walking around that store for like 2, 3 hours getting 2 carts full of shit, put on some goddamn clothes. I don't want to see your goddamn shit you slept in and smell your stinking ass. Come on now.
Exactly.
I mean,
Yeah.
so I'm kind of, I'm with you on a way, but in another way, some people kind of take that a little too far.
Oh, we've gotten way too relaxed in our culture. We're just you go to Walmart or whatever, and just everybody's in their pajamas and slippers and everything. It's like, come on, people, It's like
Yeah.
we've just gotten so relaxed. I mean, like I said, the last interview I had, I wore a suit, and they looked at me like I was from another planet. It's like everything is just we've all just everything's just dropped a notch. I think a lot of it's COVID. People just got used to sleep. Being living in pajamas all the time, being at home. I don't know.
The next one is parkour. Have you ever seen that? It's these people that run and here a hazardous activity that requires a broad skill set that includes running, climbing, and even rolling. They like try to climb walls and shit and do all these flips, and they're just
Mm.
running and they're using the landscape and trying to run on wall. It's fucking stupid. But yeah, if you're over 50 and doing that, you just kind of look like a douchebag.
I'm just at this age. I don't want to do anything where I could get hurt.
Yep.
That's my biggest. I plan my life around activities that don't involve me doing anything that could involve me getting hurt. You know what I mean? I
Right.
want to minimize because I don't want to lose work or medical these days is so expensive or
Uh,
just I fucked up my shoulder some years ago on a mountain bike and still I mean it rules my world today. When I
yeah.
work on things or do stuff, I can roll my shoulder. I can get it out of pop it out of socket in the wrong way and it scares me and it's like I don't want to get hurt. That's all there is.
And that was it on that list. But yeah, other things that you should not do when over 50. Do you got anything to add to that list?
Um, like I said, all those I watch these videos, skateboarding and all kinds of things, and dudes doing just anything that's can involve you getting hurt. Anything over 50, man. I don't know.
I
If you got the guts, go for it. But you heal slower and bones break easier.
I
Other than that, no. Avoid excessive alcohol and cigarettes, and other than that, live your life.
Oh, well, I'm not going to agree with the excessive alcohol and cigarettes. I think that.
I said excessive.
Oh,
A
okay.
little's okay. Not a. You know.
But I think mine would be is for dudes. Don't dress like a '90s hip hop rapper. Stop doing that.
There's
That
nothing worse than an old dude trying to be like G cool. You know what I
oh
mean?
my
It's
God, there was one in the gas station. White dude had his hat backwards to the side. The fat and dudes, look, man, embrace 50. No more flat bills. No more flat bills. Bend that mother. Bend it.
yeah.
You earned that bend. But yeah, this dude, man, he had like a Chicago Bulls jersey on, like from the the Jordan years and shit, and uh, it fake gold necklaces. I guarantee you, maybe one of those chains was real, and it was probably his stepmom's or something. Because I'm telling you, that dude's 50, but he's still staying with his dad and stepmom.
That's funny. Yeah. Eventually, you gotta give it up.
Yeah, come on, man. There ain't no dude, no successful dude that has dressed like that, except a rapper. And unless you're dropping bars, and I ain't seen your CD. Listen, I just
Yeah.
I just gave my age CD. If any young kids are listening to this shit, they're like, "What? What the fuck?" 20
My
year
newest
olds,
L-
20-year-olds
my newest
going, "What?
LP.
What's a CD?"
LP. My newest LP.
Yeah,
A what? What's an LP? Stands for long play, as opposed to what? An EP.
yeah. All right,
Extended play.
Evan, I wanted to throw this one in here for you real quick. It's a 10 most useless car features ever.
Oh.
And the first one, it says fake exhaust and trim.
Yeah.
Yeah, why would you want a fake exhaust?
There's some cars like, yeah, they look like they got exhaust pipes like out the back, like duals, but it's not. It's like maybe only one side is actually a pipe, and yeah, it looks sporty, but it's not. I don't know. That's funny.
Fake engine sounds.
That's those new electric cars they've got. Yeah, they. It's so pathetic.
It says it has the fake V8 supercharged sound, Evan.
Yeah, I saw a demo of the new Dodge Demon or whatever electric car, and it came out and it was making these roaring sounds. It's just it's pitiful. But anyway, whatever.
Uh, G-force meter.
A G-force meter.
Yeah.
I know some people use those on their phones and stuff, like measuring cornering and all that, and or launches. I didn't know the car ever came with a feature like that.
Does it say which one? Oh, Toyota did it. They put it in a CHR, whatever that is.
Wow, that's a rare thing.
Shift lights for economy cars.
I remember our Mustang. We had a little Mustang four cylinder, and you hit like 2,000 RPMs, and a little light comes on. Shift. Yep, yep.
Voice commands.
I remember we had a car that had like talking. It would say
A
stuff,
Honda Accord.
but I don't remember. Do any of them that were actually voice activated will actually respond? Yeah, there were some cars like turn up radio and turn down. They would
Yeah.
respond to that. We
Uh,
did that for some years.
Mercedes and BMW.
No kidding.
Yep. Well, and you had to say "Hey BMW" or "Hey Mercedes," so that the car's ECU will know that you're talking to it.
Yeah.
In the
Cars, little Alexa.
BMW i7, the driver may close the windows or doors using voice commands.
That's pretty cool. I forgot about that.
Gesture control. BMW again, the 5 Series, the X5, the XI7, and the iX were among BMW products that had. So when pointing a finger, make the circles. Showing the palm of your hand, you could turn up the sound system, change the radio station, and roll down the
Oh,
windows.
no shit.
Yeah.
Wow. Interesting.
Oh, Tanner's in the show now. Infotainment units with social media.
Yeah. And we really need to get away. I really wish they get away from screens and cars and just
I
go back to
know.
just controls and they're giant distractions and stuff. Mhm.
I don't know. Turn signal stalks.
Oh, there were some cars that had
Huh. I never.
little things that stuck out. No, turn signal stuff.
An automatic parking brake.
Yeah, electronic. You throw it in park and it automatically sets
Yeah.
emergency brake.
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds like something they'll fail after a couple of years. Drive you nuts.
Dude, I hate this, and I've tried to shut it off on every car that I've had to bring into the shop. Automatic start stop feature.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
I've
hard.
had that
You
with a rental.
cannot tell me that is not hard on that motor.
It's hard on a starter after a while, and things wear.
But so that's it, Evan. I like that last one. That was a good one. Automatic start stop feature was number one.
Yeah. I know they're trying to make them so efficient and they're using really thin oils. They don't want people to idle for a long time. It's just that's annoying when you got a car that shuts down at, intersections and 'cause we had one a rental and it was a black rental car and you sit a light and it shuts off and starts to cook and then as soon as then the air conditioner will kick the car on. It's silly.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, I never even thought about that. That AC compressor.
Well, that too. I mean, it all cycles on and off.
Yeah.
Well, they're made these days. They cycle on and off as you're driving. You don't even notice them. But yeah, it's that starter and everything else. It's just something to wear out and cause problems in a couple of years, and that's why everything these days is junk. It's throwaway. But it is what it is.
Mm. Evan, would you like to get some weird and wacky news before we get out of here tonight?
Sure. I had something that came up. Your dog.
Uh-oh.
You've showed pictures of your dog watching TV, and I thought that was really strange. But I've seen other people do it,
What's that?
and I have it. Their dogs actually watching TV. You've
Oh,
showed
man.
some.
Dude, he was sitting there watching Two and a Half Men with me last night. And I was actually reading a manual that for certification I'm going for. And so he was at the edge of the bed. And all of a sudden, he kind of stands up. And this guy's getting chased down the beach. And the helicopter with the spotlight, he didn't like the spotlight. And started like squaring up on the TV. And I'm like, this little son of a bitch is going to dive on that TV. So,
So, yeah, I've seen some other videos. Dogs reacting to the TV, and I'm like, no, the dogs are reacting to the owners, or the dogs are just.
no.
But no, I've watched them, and so I did a little reading on it because I'm like, growing up, I don't ever remember dogs and cats ever watching TV. They've never had an interest in it in my life, and I found out the newer TVs, it's the frame rates are so much faster than the old like tube TVs and all that stuff that I guess dogs like computers have a clock speed and like our brains have such a speed. Dogs' brains are so much faster than ours. They operate quicker.
I can see
That
that.
like old TVs to them, it would almost look like either just flashing light or still shots. It's like, why are they sitting there watching a screen of still shots? But the newer TVs are so much faster that they work with their brain. Like, have you ever like had a dog startled awake, like somebody's at the door?
Yeah,
How
yeah, yeah.
fast a dog will wake up, make a decision of what the hell is going on in this room, and be off that couch in like a fraction of a second. And you're like, how? You wake up a human and they're like, what? What's going on? Who? Wait a minute, what? How dogs will respond and stuff. And I'm like, this is fascinating. I've never noticed it. And now seeing dogs, so I'm like, is there content for dogs? Because I'm like, here's a money maker. People like you told me like before, leave the TV on for the dogs. When we're on vacation, I go over and feed your dogs or whatever. I'm like, what the hell for? They don't speak English. They don't care about. But
Yeah.
dogs these days they do, and so I'm thinking there's got to be content for it. And so I was talking to Vicky about it. She goes to YouTube. She's like, yeah, they've got content, and then actually they colorize it because dogs they say are colorblind, which I don't believe they are. They're not colorblind like we think of like black and white. They don't see black and white. They describe dogs as being red green colorblind, and I am red green colorblind.
He's watching you right now.
Huh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, he
But
said
anyway, so they see colors, but they don't see colors exact. Like I don't. I see red, I see green,
right,
but
right.
small splotches, and actually purples throw me off. Purple is the hardest color for me to identify, and then some greens get stuck in grays shades and stuff like that. But finding this out, I'm like, this is interesting. This change that the dogs are now watching TV and reacting. And I saw this video, and this dog starting to almost cry.
Yeah.
Watching this cartoon of this dog with this snowman and this dog's ball and everything, and the dog is starting to whimper watching this, and I'm like, this is freaking crazy.
Yeah. I told you, man, I'm ahead of my time, Evan.
No, it just sparked my interest in this, and then I went down this little rabbit hole for a couple of minutes. Pretty cool stuff.
Hell
Had no
yeah.
idea.
Well,
So anyway,
the more
I
you
had
know.
I had to bring that to the table
Oh,
today.
hey. Appreciate. Yeah, I mean, he watches it all the time, and I leave the TV on for him when I leave. I
What, Animal Planet or what?
well, no, man, no, I think he left watching the Jeffersons this morning because that's what I was watching. I mean, I don't like pick out his programming or no shit like that. I just leave the TV on for him.
I'd do like Sesame Street. He'll be learn to speak and English and how to write words, and you'll come home and he'll have stuff spelled out on the floor,
I
like,
just make sure like the view isn't on because I don't want my dog to be dumber.
don't be getting all lefty on me there, boy.
Anyway, let's hit a little weird and wacky news from around the world, Evan. 7 hours ago, CNN Europe almost naked celebrity party at Moscow nightclub sparks fierce backlash with European. I want to show a couple of these pictures, but I can't.
What was the backlash?
I guess people are mad because you know, they were almost naked and
Ah,
um propagating non-traditional sexual relations.
mm,
Yeah, and it's showing two girls kissing. It's horrible,
yeah.
Evan. I hate to look at this stuff, but I feel like I'm a journalist, and this is my journal, and I'm looking at a couple of these pictures, and these girls
Not
are,
this, not the story you wanted to write, but the story you needed to write.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think I might have to go to this nightclub, the next one they go to, and I'll do a little, this is Al on the spot reporting. Evan, spying on beavers from space could
Oh
help
no.
save California. I'm telling you, I'm ahead of my time. We went to a church camp, and the chicks, like their shower room was over across like the big pond, and I brought binoculars. I've been spying on beavers since I was 14, 15 years old. This is nothing new to me, Evan.
I'm
I
thinking of the thinking of Revenge of the Nerds. that Bush cam or whatever. We've got Bush. Oh, damn. Sorry.
um, incest causing passport delay for one government official.
Really?
Uh,
Only
it
one.
the applicant has engaged in incest, sired children with their brothers, uncles, and fathers, and were trying to defend themselves.
Oh boy.
So there you go. If you're into your uncle, you can't get a passport. In Uganda, uh, Japan, Evan, this is straight off the presses of Japan. We got the local Alfromdtown affiliate in Japan, so thank you for this story. Study shows average pair of leather shoes as dirty as a bathroom drain.
Probably.
Yeah, so don't lick your shoes.
No.
And if you
If
are
you,
licking your shoes, you deserve E. coli or whatever you get.
I don't know in Japan if they still use like the Western toilets. Like when I was in China, there was some old places that had, where you have 2 foot pads and you squat down, and I'm thinking your shoes are getting splattered on pretty much daily.
Oh yeah, you don't know
How
what.
clean do you think they're gonna be?
Yeah, that's why a lot of you know uh, Japanese culture and everything. You do not wear your shoes into the house.
Right, right.
You take your shoes out off outside. They almost have like a little, well, I guess what you would call like a four-way or four-way foyer or like a
Mm,
mud room or something like that.
yeah.
Chronic constipation doubles the risk of developing Alzheimer's disease.
Oh, that's a shit.
Yeah. So you better eat your lots of
Maybe not.
fiber, lots of fruit. Fruit makes me poop.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Fiber. Any good probiotic.
Oh
sauerkraut, apple cider
no,
vinegar, things like that. Keep you regular. Fig Newtons, a couple of those a day, keep you regular.
Evan, we're gonna give you a chance to win $1 during this newscast. An unhappy meal. What item found in a Happy Meal led to the closure of this McDonald's restaurant, Evan?
A mouse.
No. A crack pipe, Evan.
Next was gonna be like dildo, but crack pipe or out of a McDonald's. Yeah,
Yeah.
I could see that happening.
This is
Who put the dildo in my kids?
where are we at here? Columbus McDonald's. So Columbus, Ohio. You get you buy a 4-piece McNugget, get you a crack pipe.
This is a Happy Meal. A really Happy Meal. Yeah, I know there's like a secret menu like McDonald's, like you can lock in. They have everything that's like normal, but there's ways to get stuff like off the menu. I wonder if the crack pipe is one of them. How do they order that one?
Oh, Evan.
Mm.
Risk of penile fractures rises at Christmas, doctors find.
Um, Oh, okay, go ahead. I have nothing on that. I don't know where to go with this one. What are people up to?
Well, Evan, believe it or not, a lot of new babies are born around the holidays. And sometimes, if you have young kids, that don't know that it hurts to jump on somebody's lap, you know, so they, yeah, a penile fracture
Is that how it's happening? Okay.
at Christmas time. That'd be the worst time to get a penile. I'm not saying any time's a good time for a penile fracture, but Christmas, come on. Where's your holiday spirit?
What do you do that? Am I going to be good for summer? I mean, what do you? Oh boy, rough one. Never good.
There was one more thing that I wanted to get to. We're going to see if Dave has something. There's really not too much more. Yeah, I think we read the rest, but we'll see if old Dave, if he didn't take the week off. He might have. It's a lot of people take this whole week off. Not me. Oh no. Okay, it is a new one. Yeah, because we didn't do a show last week. So this one is actually from December 21st. And it says, this is our buddy Dave Moreland at bozocriminal.com. But this one says, Bozo Criminal for today resides in Arkansas. But his problems began where he was trying to pass through security at New York LaGuardia's airport. Something strange in his carry-on triggered an alarm from a TSA checkpoint. Upon inspection, agents found 17 9mm bullets hidden inside a diaper. It says the diaper was fully loaded, Evan.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Initially, the man denied knowing the bullets were there, but eventually changed his story to blame his girlfriend.
I don't know what she fed him, how he got bullets in his diaper.
Jesus. That guy was like, I ain't going to jail.
I think I remember that on Cops once. This black woman like, I don't know how that crack got in his diaper. You think the cops are going to check your kids too when they check your old house? Good stuff, people.
They're okay. Yes, yes,
Okay.
yes, yes. I think I just found it. Uh, Evan, this is we got a few minutes. This is from Time magazine. This is on the tech page. These are the most popular porn searches in every U.S. state.
Oh, basic
Uh,
stuff, big boobs, all that jazz. Yeah.
well, there's quite a few of them. We can get a few of them out of the way. A lot of lesbian takes up probably half of the states.
No kidding.
Yeah. Louisiana is black porn, is what it says.
Really?
It looks like that's Mississippi right there, and Georgia, and it looks like New Jersey. Their highest search was for ebony.
Hmm.
Massachusetts was MILF.
Okay.
Ohio, Minnesota, Montana, Wyoming, Maine, stepsister.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting. I know that's like a new thing. You know, you gotta. It's always trying to push that envelope. You know, where do you go next? But yeah, that's funny.
I'm going to give you the 4 states that picked it. Let's see if you can guess the genre of porn, Evan. Alaska, Washington State, Nebraska, and Kentucky.
I'm supposed to what they're after.
Yeah, what was their number one search for porn?
I don't know. Grandma? No.
Oh, close, Evan. Stepmom.
Stepmom. Interesting. They're into the okay. Yeah, stepsister, and they're doing the stepmom. Okay, got it. Yeah.
Yep,
Yeah, a form of MILF. Yeah, thing. Okay, got it.
right. North Dakota, Tennessee, and New Hampshire.
You got me.
Cartoon porn, Evan.
Really? They like their anime, huh?
They like their anime. So there you go. There's
That's
your
interesting.
most viewed the latest data project from an adult oriented company. They do not give the company's name. So, but
Hmm.
oh,
That's
oh well,
interesting. All those searches,
yeah.
it
I'm
adds up to
sorry.
something.
The very first sentence, Evan. Pornhub is. I'm sitting there scanning that story. I'm like, huh? They don't give the in the very first word Pornhub.
Mhm.
They do
Well, I
not
guess that's
sponsor the show. If they would like to, please contact Chili or myself.
they're the biggest, I guess. Hmm.
So,
Funny stuff. I got a little something
okay.
I thought I'd share. I think it's kind of funny. Do you like the song "Rock the Casbah" by the Clash?
Oh, sure.
You familiar with it then?
Yeah.
Uh, Okay, I've always loved that song. I mean, it's wacky to me. It's just, it's a punk band and they're doing a song that's got this disco beat with this like boogie woogie piano. I just always thought it was crazy, but I never really thought about it. Everything the song is really catchy. I'm like, what is this song about? So I decided to go down the rabbit hole of that one a little bit. Okay.
All right.
And so what this came from, the whole song, the background was that the from Joe Strum or whatever, a friend of his told him about like one of these Middle Eastern countries where they'd ban like modern Western music and like in Iran or something where they beheaded a person in the square for like having a disco record or whatever. So he thought that was kind of interesting. So anyway, the song, I'm gonna kind of go through line by line. But anyway, he's the song starts out. Now the king told the boogeyman, "You have to let that raga drop." So what this came from was their record company. All their songs were, they were a punk band, and a lot of their songs were long and all that stuff. And they're like, "This isn't radio," we need something short and radio catchy, not this reggae. You got to let that reggae drop. Is what he was saying.
Oh, okay.
So anyway, the next line, the oil down the desert way has been shaken to the top. Okay, so we're talking about Middle East and they're pumping oils.
Right.
The sheik, he drove his Cadillac. He went cruising down the Ville. So you got the sheik, the oil baron, in his Cadillac. He's cruising down the Ville, his Coupe de Ville kind of play there. The Muezzin was a standing on the radiator grill. The Muezzin was a guy who brought everybody to prayer. He's kind of like he's the kind of the chief priest. But at the play there, the Muezzin was a standing on the radiator grill, like the old cars, your hood ornament.
Oh, yeah,
How we're
yeah.
talking about your radiator grills, your old cars, your had their hood ornament. Well, he's saying the priest was basically the sheik with the money is buying the priest, and he's his hood ornament. You know what I mean? His kind of his toy, his puppet. You know what I mean?
Right.
All right. So that goes to the Sharif don't like it. Rock the Casbah, rock the Casbah. Okay, so the Casbah actually is kind of the local square where people would meet. The people, the Christians, the Jews, the Muslims, they would all meet, and hang out with anyway. So by order of the next verse, by order of the prophet, will ban that boogie sound, degenerate the faithful with the crazy Casbah sound. So he's like, we're gonna ban this, no more. But the Boudouin was like the local gypsies or people. The Boudouin, they brought out an electric camel drum. The local guitar picker got his guitar picking thumb. And as soon as the sheriff had cleared the square, they began to wail. So that he banned them like playing in the square, no more of this modern music and everything. And as soon as he like cleared the square and left and everything, the people came out and jammed. So they defied him, okay?
Okay.
Okay, then we got rock the Casbah. Now, next slide. Now, over at the temple, they really pack them in. The in crowd says it's cool to dig this chanting thing. So they're trying to convince all the young people, oh, this chanting thing, this is really cool. But as the wind changed direction and the temple band took five, the crowd caught a whiff of that crazy Casbah jive. So they take a break from the prayer and they can hear them over there in the square. They're fucking jamming, rock the Casbah. So Sharif don't like it, rock the Casbah, rock the Casbah. So the king called up his jet fighters. He said, you better earn your pay. Drop your bombs between the minarets down the Casbah way. The minarets are the pointy temples, points on their temples.
Uh huh.
Sometimes there's multiple ones, they look like antennas kind of. So drop your bombs between the minarets down the Casbah way. As soon as the sheriff was chauffeured out of there, the Sharif, I think that's where, the Sharif, but I think that's where sheriff comes from. But I love that term. But anyway, the pilots tuned the cockpit's radio blare. Soon as the sheriff was out of their hair, the jet pilots wail. So as soon as they're gone and he's out of radio shot, all his jet pilot guys said, "Fuck you." They turned the radio to rock the Casbah and jammed out in the jets. Everyone defies this Sharif. And I was like, this song is absolutely gold, and I never caught it because it's like you listen to lyrics, you're like, what is he talking about?
Yeah, man. There's
But
there's a
go
lot
ahead.
of songs like that, man, that are just once you've heard them like 100,000 times, but then once you sit there and actually look at the lyrics and everything, you're like, wow, that's
Oh
not what
yeah,
that song was. I thought, well, it's like that. What's that stupid song? If you like pina coladas,
yeah.
that song. I think we talked about that. But yeah, that's a weird song, man, because the dude's answering personal ads and shit, and then it's this girl dropping the. It's like what? And then he's talking about laughing. No, I'd have had uh, there would have been a domestic case,
it,
bitch.
it is. Some friends of ours we used to hang out with. We were talking about. Asked them what is their song, their couple song, and they named that Meatloaf song. And it's like, And if you really listen to the whole song, it's like, yeah, I'll say I love you forever and everything. But I'm praying for the end of time. I said
Right.
I'd love you forever. He wants to he's wanting to die because he said he would love her to the end of time. You know what I mean?
He's
I'm like,
like, I'm
dude,
done.
did you really listen to that song before you chose it as being your song? Yeah, I love that. It's one of those songs in your face, your whole life. But when you really break them down, you're like,
Yeah.
that's a really cool story. When you
Yeah.
go down that little rabbit hole. And I like doing that because, I got time on my hands, and I'm just into music. And I've been doing that with a lot of Tool songs. And man,
Oh,
sometimes you go down. Tool songs will, I hate to be a fanboy, but man, they'll take you to another place
oh
sometimes.
yeah.
You're
Oh,
like, woo, this is really heavier than any metal band ever really puts out. And most people realize when they really start to break down some of Maynard's stuff, you're like, woo. But anyway, I love breaking down songs and
hell yeah.
learning something new about, an old favorite. But anyway, I thought I'd share that.
Awesome. I'm glad you do, Evan. Shit, it's your show too. You got to share shit. I can't be the only one yapping over here
Yeah.
and shit.
Well, there you
But
go. You're like, come up with something every week. So I'm like,
yeah.
okay, well, this week I'm going to do a book report on a song. So there we are.
All right, Evan. I tell you what. Rock the Casbah. Go listen to that song. Go
It's
listen to.
it's a good
It's a
it's a good
good jam.
it is. It's a toe tapper, man. It's a
Yeah.
great song.
So there you go. Evan's going to give you the breakdown of Tiny Dancer next week. And
My favorite.
Hold Me Closer, Tony Danza.
Yeah. We might find out what he was really talking about.
Yeah, he loved Who's the Boss.
I
Anyway,
guess.
Evan, go ahead and tell these beautiful people goodbye.
All right. Well, thank you, people. We went long tonight, but if you suffered through it, I hope you enjoyed it. Yeah, thank you, and happy New Year.
Yeah, yeah. 2024 is right around the corner, folks, and there's going to be some big changes coming to the D-Town studio. Probably, well, in a few months. So stick around and we'll see what's going to go on. I think I'm going to have my fish tank back behind me.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think I'm going to we'll do fish cam again. So anyway, guys, I just want to take a second to thank you. If you listen for 10 minutes, if you listen to the whole show, we really appreciate you. And, we get new listeners all the time. We get new follows and new likes, but, we couldn't do it if you guys didn't come in and like what we're doing. And we love doing it. We don't make a dime off of it. We do it because we like to do it. And we're glad some of you guys enjoy what we do. So I want to wish from Chili and myself, man, we wish you guys the best end of the year possible. And we are going to see you in 2024. We're going to kick down the door. Hell, we're at show 104. Listen to me. I'm rhyming. And I didn't even
You're
time it.
you're a poet and didn't realize it.
I'm a poet and didn't know it. But anyway, guys, we love you. Peace. Be good to one another. 2024, man, let's make it a great positive year, even though the negative bullshit all around us, and that's called life. You can stand up and be a beacon of light in your own life, and just enjoy it. One thing on that list was live in the moment. And, I know we all have to have a little responsibilities, but I don't think a lot of us, and I'm guilty of it too, I don't live in the moment. And this year, I'm going to. So,
Cool.
from little Tanner, if he'll come here, Tanner. He's somewhat behaving. He's sitting right next to me while I'm doing the show. And we wish you guys a happy new year, and we will see you next year.
Rock on.
Peace. Oh, Tanner, that's my balls right there, dude. Oh.